Alright, so if anybody in the chat is listening, who do you got here? I want some chat interaction, because I don't have a co-commentator. Alright, I gotta switch these guys. I gotta make sure that stream knows that Knuck is indeed.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so we'll see what this ends up as. Matador totally dismantled Trial. So we'll see if he can do the same to Knuck. Totally different characters though. Kind of like opposite though. I feel like Shoto's and Game & Watch are like literally opposite characters in every way. Knuck with the lead though. I mean, lead only matters so much against Wario. I mean, you are a very, very low weight character as Game & Watch. So like, and against Wario, it's like worth half as much. So, even so, Knuck with a pretty solid lead in the neutral here. I mean, he just keeps winning more and more and more. Matador, not trying to overcommit here. Not trying to give us too much more than he's asking for. Almost down to that F tilt. Ooh, Knuck almost getting the read there, but Matador delaying his get-up option. Understanding that, hey, ooh! Yo, Knuck is dead. And now it's going to be Game & Watch searching for the kill. He found it. So, dude, Matador loves back air. Oh my gosh, Palutena's Nair. Look out. I think Palutena's Nair is better because it's on Palutena.
That's fair.
But I mean, Game & Watch ain't half bad character. He can pump a pump into you and the air will do damage. How fucking hard is he cranking that shit?
This seems like an interesting matchup. A lot of Game & Watch's matchups surprisingly end up very neutral focused and very conditioning oriented just because of how the character functions.
Have you ever imagined what the strength held in Mr. Game & Watch's arms could do to a human body?
Probably not a lot because he's made of like paper and 2D stuff.
Yeah, but like, I've never seen him like rip or anything. So what if he's like an ultra strong material? Have you ever considered that? Like, he's light, sure, but like he doesn't rip. So like, he can still like, and I don't know where's like the force coming from.
Oh, never mind. Didn't go for the walk right.
So I don't know the fact that he can pump air with the force to hurt a person, he would just fucking squish your body like a goddamn like tomato.
This is.
Yeah.
But also consider he's made out like those like shitty little LED lights that go on the little Mr. Game & Watch like system things. So if you just like put him in the sun for a while, he's just dead.
Oh, okay, got it, yeah. So he has to like, so he lurks in the night.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's even fucking scarier.
Like you can't leave him in the sun for too long.
Dude, like you try to fight back, he blocks it, you get upbeat.
You like throw a punch at him, he like blocks it with his chest, and you just go flying into the air.
It's like, holy shit, and you can die from fall damage.
And like, holy shit, Mr. Game & Watch, and then it says Mr. Game & Watch.
Yes.
Kills you. So like, let's put the match.
Matador's winning.
Matador is winning. The thing I was curious about is obviously he doesn't need it to win, but I am curious as to how Matador can get confirmed into watching this point. Or
He doesn't need one.
True, he could just go for a run, obviously.
A lot of times he'll use it to contest a move with super armor.
Yes.
And then he gets the stock that way.
Pretty good to save him in that situation against people like that.
He's just moving around the stage. Aerial mobility, the character. Back throw not gonna kill because Game & Watch throws don't kill.
And down throw will kill. Not about
Dude, what if Game & Watch turned you into a little ball and then juggled you around?
I think that would hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put Game & Watch in terms of like versus battle stuff, right?
Okay,
like,
got it.
So he's like gotta be like planetary level at least, right?
I don't think so, because like we said, he's light, right? So like you can if he isn't rooted to the ground, you can kind of like push him around easy.
So do you think he's like universal maybe? Or are you saying like the opposite? Like he's weaker?
I think he's weaker.
Well, I think like in terms of like the power that he like puts up, right? Like you mentioned, like he can force air at a strength that it can like physically harm somebody, right?
Yeah, but like super strength is not that uncommon in the versus world. I feel like being especially light and the amount of heroes that can just fly, like the amount of like mobility you lose. Like what if they break his root and he can no longer like he can only like flex his arms. He can't like force himself forward anymore. I feel like flying heroes would just beat the shit out of him. What about like projectiles? What he can do? What he buckets them? He can reflect shit.
Well, I can tell you personally, the Game Watch is not a good balance. It is not fun when Game Watch has to deal with it. Ooh, nice set. Nice set.
My gosh. Oh! Who won that last game, by the way?
It was, were you not paying attention? It was not.
I was on my bit.
You were on
my
your
dude. Alright. So the Game Watch back are not going to kill. Unfortunately, this is a very frustrating situation to be in for Knuck because yikes. That is a full rage character and you're at 85%.
This is true. That being said, yeah, down the watch is not a thing in this game.
It wasn't even a thing in Smash 4. It was also fake.
It was also fake?
It was also fake, but it got a lot of people who mashed.
Ooh!
Might have been real on a couple of characters. Huh?
I think that was made up the shields to catch the fact that Knuck was probably going to land towards Matador. Yeah, something similar to that. Never really thought about I mean, I have thought about it, but obviously Wario's not the best option, but it can work sometimes.
Do you think Mr. Game Watch is holding back? for everybody else's sake?
I mean, okay, like, when we think about it, right, like, Ridley has been displayed to, like, destroy planets. Like, literally just murder everybody on the planet. Like, and it's easy for him, right?
Right.
For Game Watch to be able to win under those circumstances, we have to assume that either Ridley is holding back, or is, like, power level is, like, limited in the Smash Bros. Universe.
Oh, okay,
or
okay.
Game Watch is so powerful they can beat beings who are able to destroy planets, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. So you're talking about like how Game & Watch wins that matchup?
No. Just like in general, like he is capable of beating.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe he wins the matchup. I cannot knock in this one.
And somebody in like chat's gonna be like, actually, Kirby's God.
Sure, yeah, he beats Kirby too. Thank you, every Kirby fan who pops up the versus battle. So he's just like, hey.
Actually, he can copy Superman's abilities and become Kryptonian. But he can only use one move.
He could beat, who was on the death battle? Rainbow Dash. He could beat Rainbow Dash in the fight.
Oh, I remember that one. That was total bait.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I love Death Battle. They didn't give a shit. That was such a 2010s thing.
It was. Like, hey, you really like middle of the level.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Mr. Game Watch is definitely holding back in his strength in this scenario.
Like, there's no way you're gonna just lose like some countless.
Yeah. I feel like, so you know how like we didn't realize 2000s had a vibe until the 2000s ended? And I was like, oh, it's kind of like neon, but like, it was sad neon.
Yeah.
And then 2010s, I feel like 2010s is encapsulated by Death Battle. Like that encapsulates like, what if fiction were different?
I get that. It's like the sort of like, not quite like Cinema Sins, but in that kind of way where like, it's like the opposite of what Cinema Sins is doing. Like, what if fiction was different and like we used that against the fiction? And Death Battle was like, what if fiction was different and we just used it to kill people?
Yeah.
It definitely does encapsulate this era of like, it is funny to just like make Mario say fuck.
Yeah. Like that, like.
It's just that kind of vibe.
And that existed in the 2000s, and like that, I think that early internet stuff that was like important.
Yeah.
but like people really like professionalized it.
No, that was like Smosh's like entire bit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of their videos.
And you know what? We laughed.
We laughed.
We laughed at them. We look back now, we're like, wow. This was the biggest channel on YouTube. This entertained like 3.6 million people. Back when people still checked sub boxes.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Needless to say, clearly, based on chat, nobody's watching this.
Yeah.
We can keep our bits rocking, unless we have lost people.
If anybody is watching, tell us right now, what is the worst number of urinals to have in the bathroom?
The worst kind of urinal?
The worst number of urinals.
Worst number of urinals.
Greater than 0.
Okay, got it. The worst number of urinals? 1 is great, honestly.
1 is great?
1 is great. Well, yeah, because like you never end up in a situation where it's like, do I go to this one? Do I go to this? I think it's 2. I think it's 2.
So I think it's 4. And
you think it's 4?
So like with 2, right? Like you're gonna end up in that situation where like you're like, oh. You know,
okay, I'm gonna pee next to another human being.
Next to another human being, right? But 4, right? Here's how it works, right? So first of all, you can assume that there's either no little kid toilet or there is a little kid toilet, right? Because you have this little kid urinals, right?
Okay.
That I mentioned like your little like 5-year-old nephew Zachary. So imagine somebody like takes like the far left one, right?
Okay, got it.
So then the 2 possibilities when somebody walks in is they either go to the far right one or they go to the second to the right?
Yeah, and you're blocking off all other options.
Yes, so then you either go to the far right one where you're like personally choosing to stand only next to that person but you're only next to one person, or you slide yourself into like the middle, like between 2 people.
Well, okay, now I'm on the 3 is the worst train.
Well, no, because the 3 is the same. Like
No. The thing is, 3 is just 4, but if you add malicious intent, it gets worse.
Well, no, like that's the thing. Like 4 also just makes it worse, right? Like
No. But if somebody wanted to fuck up with 4, like 1 person cannot make a dent without help from other people.
That's fair, but here's the thing. You can get 2 people to make a dent because if somebody goes on the far left and the far right, you have to choose who you stand next to. You get what I mean?
I guess. I don't know. I feel like the ability for 1 person to do terrible things, and like as soon as you require more people, it gets harder to do, right?
Yeah. So like, I think the way that I want to frame it is like, it is worse to have like the illusion of choice that like you can choose a better option for them.
That was sick. That was so sick.
Like when you have 4 urinals, it like seems like there's a choice that like something's go wrong, right? And like if there's 3 people, you can tell when one person is a malevolent actor.
Okay.
Or a malicious actor. But like with 4 people, like there's no one person that's doing anything bad, right? That's the fucked up part.
Okay. So you're saying that like plausible deniability is like more possible with 4?
Yes, and also just like stuff will just like happen, right?
Okay, so like
people will just be doing what they are normally going to do because they don't want to feel awkward, right? Okay, that is going to force a situation that like requires you to make a difficult and embarrassing choice.
Okay, right? So like 3 is like intentional oppression, and 4 is like systematic oppression. You can't not be the bad guy.
No, exactly. Like 3 is like, you put up the poll tax, right? 4 is saying I have black friends, right?
Yeah. So, and here's the thing. All right, how evil is the person that when they have the option, pees next to you?
No, exactly, right? But like that's the thing about 4, right? If there's 2 people on one on each side, like they're not evil for choosing to stand next to either one of you, right? But with 3 people, right? Like not only like obviously like, but with 3 people, it's like you're going to be evil. You are either seeing that somebody's on the left side or the right and choosing to be in the middle, or if there's 1 person there, they can just go right in the middle and force you to like stand next to them.
Here's the thing. What would you feel about a person who waited? Like you get out, and you turn around and they take your spot.
No.
Like, how would you feel about that person?
I've asked this before, right? To a lot of people, and some people say 1 because then there's a line, right? And you just got this like awkward line of people just waiting to use the urinal behind you, and that also feels awkward, right? But I disagree. I think when somebody is like waiting because they don't want to be awkward, I'll be like, yeah, it like kind of feels a bit awkward that you're doing it, but like I get it, you know what I mean?
I think Matador is gonna 3-stock now.
I disagree.
Wow.
No, please don't.
What if he ate the crab?
That's a turtle.
What? I thought it was a crab.
It's a turtle.
It's
I think
a
it's a turtle.
Whoa, whoa, there's no end lag on that.
Yeah, no, Keanu's jab's really good. And in particular, he's one of the basically only characters who was like able to do a really good jab with the grab.
Because of the animation.
Because of the animation, exactly. It's similar to a lot of game watchers. Like it seems like he's almost like canceling his moves just because of the way his animations work. But yeah. I mean that is just how Mario can win this. Like just spamming down tilt because Game Watch is just gonna have to be on the down tilt. And eventually that'll just lead to a dash. Oh my god.
Open wide, motherfucker.
Ooh.
Interesting. Yeah.
Definitely an uphill battle for Knuck here, but absolutely beautiful. Obviously, Game Watch struggles aren't going to like kill you or anything, but they are still very good at racking up damage, especially against a slightly early character like Wario.
And you end up in the situation where it's like, okay, well I'm at 60%, but that's death percent at the ledge.
No, exactly. So you can see that Matador is like actively seeking to go to the center stage, similar to like playing as Doc. Oh,
That was curtains. If he got the berry there.
Doc probably doesn't be able to do this. Like,
This is a lot.
I think mentally, especially, it just helps so much to know that you don't have to deal with luck. Like you can afford to play a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see both of them just are going directly through the center of the stage. Every time they land, they are not going to ledge, and I do not blame either of them. Because,
Give him the chair. The thing about Game Watch, you can't really like get a stray move into a kill, not like Wario can.
so yeah, that is 3-1.
For those of you checking the beginning and the end of the sets, just the commentary was all like that during the middle too.
So it's like next up we'll be having